Got it.
I just want to make sure I wasn't the holdup. I know we kind of
No, we're good.
ended kind of,
Yeah. I mean, we last spoke, gosh, a couple of weeks before the event you were going to have, but
yes,
I don't
but
think it happened, did it?
no, I
I'm out
moved
of
it.
the loop, but I didn't see anything.
No, I moved it to May 6, 7, 8. So we already have more registrations than we did because whoever registered kept their ticket.
Yeah.
Although we were willing to refund, people liked it better that it
Yeah.
was moved. So so yeah, it's happening May 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And I
That's
will be
probably
full
better.
force. I just I made the tough decision. It was probably one of the hardest decisions because when you do something like that, there's so many people that are affected, and I lost lots of sleep, but I couldn't. I wasn't feeling well at all, and I knew that it would be worse if I pushed myself to do it at at not my best, and then it's worse taste in others' mouth to not have a good event versus to
Absolutely.
move it. So
Yeah.
after lots of prayer, I feel like God gave me the tug, like everything's going to be just fine. You know, it's not supposed to happen at this time. So
Well, that's probably better because it gives us time to. So by the time you write your event, we can have
yeah,
everything built and complete. We get
yes,
Lindsay to come to that event, which
yes, that would be
we'd already
awesome.
committed to her to go to a big event in Tennessee
Uh-huh.
the week after Europe. That cup is enormous.
It is. Look, it says Mama needs some coffee.
Oh, I love it.
It's actually like twice the size. It's like a joke, you know.
That's brilliant. My daughter
You know,
bought me this cup from Starbucks.
don't worry, it's not completely filled.
This is the Ember cup that keeps actually the drink warm.
Oh yeah, I like those. I
So
have almost every Starbucks cup. That's my collection.
yeah. But my cup today is my Royal Doulton
Oh, that's a little tiny one.
china from years and oh gosh, I don't know when these were made. Back in 85.
Oh, funny. You know, you're the first person that noticed how enormous this cup is. I've done it as a joke before, and the person didn't even notice.
Oh, yeah. So we've got some,
Okay.
I know Lindsay's got some great ideas around the website and the
Yes.
branding. What we were talking about was,
Yeah.
I mean, there's two pieces to this. When I get involved in a website,
Yeah.
I get involved because I'm also working on the strategy around the marketing to go with the website.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the website design and the branding, I'm not as involved with. You know,
Yeah.
Lindsay gets into that, and
Okay.
she does a brilliant job. I mean, I've
Okay.
seen Karen Rolfe's website, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Karen, I
I've
mean,
seen all of them. Remember, I was involved looking at all the case studies.
yeah.
That's what convinced me.
Well, we went live at Karen's site about 3 weeks ago, so it's still in soft.
Oh, it's another. Oh no, no. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Sarah Rife Hecking. So
Oh no, you
Karen, I
Karen
haven't seen
Rolfe?
yet. I haven't seen hers yet.
Oh my goodness! So that is the best, without
Oh,
question, the best website we've ever built.
wow.
And
How
we
can I
finished that
see
about
it?
through. Yeah, I'll share it. Give me a second. So, what did she say to me? I got her through Sarah Rife Hacking, actually, because I spoke at Sarah's event. Karen was supporting at the back.
Yeah, she's been wanting to do an overhaul. Like, she's been asking for a while now. So I'm
And
glad.
took us, no kidding, 9 months to do this.
Oh wow.
She was very precise, but
Ooh.
it is incredible.
Yeah,
And
beautiful.
it's
Oh
fully integrated with
wow.
HubSpot for her email marketing and her blog. And um,
That's beautiful.
it's a lot of Photoshop because this is her on the same horse. And, but it really is. I mean, I have a big screen, but it looks great on mobile too.
Yeah, no, I have a big screen too. It's
The
gorgeous.
colors, the branding, the logo, we've done, everything was
Wow.
redone. And it's very much on a parallax design, if you like, to go along with. But what I love, we probably spent more time than anything on the About Karen page,
Yeah.
which is this one or the About, I should know. Meet Karen. So so what we did a summary, just a little bit
Uh-huh.
about it, but then we went deep on her story,
Uh-huh.
right back to her being
Wow.
8 years old. And
Yeah.
we did a whole story in generations of horses.
Yeah, that's
Her mum's
awesome.
horse, and then her
So
first horse,
beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited.
her being in the Olympics, and yeah, I mean, it just goes on. It's she has a long history, but
Yeah.
what we made all these pictures look vintage. We put
Yeah.
different sepia tones into it. These side notes
It's
of
so
almost in her
wonderful.
handwriting, and
So
then
who wrote it? Like
so
who writes it?
between Karen, me,
Uh-huh.
and then she also went on a retreat with Sarah Reifecking and Michelle Gunderson.
Yeah.
So it just kept evolving. I wrote the initial. I wrote the initial one,
Mm-hmm.
and then Karen added to it, then Michelle added to it. So we just had this round working Google Doc for months.
Yeah.
Um, but she started off being a scientific graphic drawer for chemistry.
Wow.
So we put the pencil in, the shavings, and really sort of mapping out her life and who she is and what she does, right up to today with
Wow.
the sassy events and who she is with her husband now. So yeah,
That is so awesome. That
really,
is
really good.
beautiful.
And then we're just doing another one for a couple of new sassies. You won't know them. Um, they are a pair of doulas. Um, where is it? The website's so new it's not. Oh, I didn't
I
spell it.
think it was a spelling. Yeah.
I'll give. Come on. But I'll find it from here. But we just did her branding and come on. There we go. So we did this. There should be a video pops up there any second. It's not loaded. Yeah, here we go. So what we did was we did the video with the Speak to Sell talk, but then I had it custom made so that rather than having her little face up in the top corner,
Yeah.
we did it completely separate. So we had the PowerPoint deck to one side and her voice to the other.
Oh, good. Mm-hmm.
So that's worked out super well. We've got a new calendar for them. We've
So
got
beautiful.
3 programs. We've got the about pages, the 5-step system.
Great.
all these graphics are all customized. And their ideal client is a mom. So all the
Yeah.
colors that we've used are Instagram, the Instagram logo colors. So
Ah.
kind of a bit subliminal, but these are all beautiful. And what we did was they actually gave us the name of all of their clients,
Uh-huh.
and then we interviewed the clients and got
Oh, nice.
photographs. So it was much easier to ask the clients questions about them rather
Yeah.
than just saying, please give me a testimony kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we've got this live Instagram feed now on the website. So yeah.
Great.
So that's
That's
what we've been up to for a
good.
couple of months.
Yeah,
But
that's
I was saying,
awesome.
very comfortable doing your web and everything about it.
Okay.
What I wanted to do was really do the VIP experience together.
Mm.
And then you said, could we do that later on, or could we do it in stages? And we talked about maybe doing it over a 6-month payment plan or something, which would be great to do. It's just, I just find that when I'm in my zone,
Yeah.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
When I segment myself and I have to come back and revisit,
Yeah.
I don't
I
get that
understand.
creative flow.
Yeah.
So that was just all I wanted to say, really.
Yeah. Well, I totally get it. I just know. So I think for one, I guess when we talked about it last, I wasn't prepared for it. So
Yeah,
I
I know.
just, because I love marketing, I thought, well, what else? I know that I don't have the social media plan going, but and it's not an excuse. I just never put such an emphasis, and I thought, I wonder what would be possible if we did that this year. But I wasn't prepared for it, and being I didn't have my event, that's another several hundred thousand that I didn't have coming in that I had planned.
Yeah.
This first quarter is kind of a makeup quarter for me, so I knew the only possible. I mean, I know. I would love for all the pieces to be in play, and I don't know exactly um, because I know that I don't know exactly what would be missing as far as because I know that we're just doing the website, which is the
Yeah.
biggest undertaking. So So two things, I guess.
Yeah.
One is I know we ran short on the call to be able to see like
We ran over. Yeah. Yeah.
what is the other pieces, because of course it's you know, it is a much bigger investment, which it's not about that. It's more that I'm not duplicating. You know what I mean? Like there's pieces I'm already working on. There's pieces my team's working on. Um, so then I wondered what would it look like, and I'm not trying to create something new or
Yeah.
anything. That's
Yeah.
so it was just kind of it stayed fuzzy, even though I know what you're capable of. So it stayed kind of fuzzy, but the website's clear, and I know I wanted to move that forward.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it
So,
stayed.
so the way I think of a strategy is obviously like the website is like the hub of the wheel. I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
want to send everybody to the hub,
Mm-hmm.
but more times than not, the LinkedIn profile, the LinkedIn articles,
Yeah.
the YouTube channel, Pinterest, the Facebook posts, they're as important, sometimes if not more so, than
Yeah.
the website.
Uh-huh.
We want the website to have the core messaging and to convert
Right.
and put everything out there. So
Mm-hmm.
by the time they're ready to call you, they're pretty much pre-qualified.
Yeah.
But how we spread that net
Yeah.
to draw those people in,
Yeah.
like on your Facebook business page right now, the messenger popped up for a Black Friday deal.
What?
Yeah.
No way. How would that be?
You might not see it, but I'm not an admin. But if I go to Facebook on you, oops, sorry, my toolbars. So even down to, we have a very different way of doing the personal Facebook strategy now, because organic reach is very difficult on business pages.
Yeah.
So even like you have 9 pictures here that could actually really speak to your business, because you have a
Yeah.
lot of following. So there's a lot we could pad out on your personal page as
Yeah,
part
I
of
don't
your
really
strategy.
use it.
But the
I
second piece of, because when the messenger comes up here, this is from 11
so is it
Cyber
from last
Monday.
year? What?
So this
Why
is,
would
yeah,
it be
this is
showing
coming up
it?
as a Cyber Monday deal
Why would
on
that
your
be?
messenger chatbot.
That's weird. Let me anyway, I'll make a note of that
Anyway, yeah.
because
So
that should be happening.
there's just a lot of, which none of this is part of the website, but there's a
Yeah,
lot that ties in to the
right.
website. Us creating a bunch of very cool short videos for you, um, and really bringing all the other extra pieces into the strategy just beyond a
Yeah,
wonderful looking website.
right. No, I know it's definitely not gonna just have people come just because it's beautiful.
Yeah, no, there's a
Um,
lot of traffic, and
Well, part of the reason we haven't done a lot like with Pinterest, because my whole team has been trained, is we didn't want to send them to the site
no,
until
I
it was
realize that.
ready.
Yeah,
So we have a lot of things in queue. We have our YouTube. We haven't touched it. We haven't touched, we paused on almost everything. Podcast, everything's been paused. Part of it is we didn't want to create anything either
no, I understand. Yeah.
graphically with the not having the color codes set in place yet. So I mean, we still used some codes for things we needed to do, but
Yeah.
everything's pretty much on hold. And plus, I was sick for months of being sick, so I just kind of let it be. But
It's a good way to keep your weight down, though.
uh, well, I don't know if my weight is down because I didn't have a lot of movement.
Oh, yeah.
But but all is well. You know, the blessings in disguise of all of
Yeah.
that is a lot of time, which I know you would know this more than anybody. A lot of time in bed is a lot of clarity, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
journaling, a lot of thinking through what when you're sick or you're injured or any of that. It's like, what do you want more of? What do you want less of? And my intention this year is the simplest path I've ever created, and I have it all laid out because it's like God gave me the download. It doesn't change what we've talked about, but it like, you know how sometimes the person, it's so clear for you but it's still fuzzy for me. You know, it's super clear that Superwoman Entrepreneur was the lead, right? The messaging, the story, it's really what all people want to talk about. The podcast, I mean, I haven't put anything in months and months, and people are still commenting and writing to me about it. And so the deeper story is what I've been telling on radio interviews, right? The ones you've been hearing. And that's what I want the website to be about, and streamlined so that, you know, I'm not all over the place. Which is what have felt, because there's the people that know me for launching, and then there's the Superwoman, but they really do go together,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know, so it's
Yeah.
just,
It's definitely an umbrella brand, but tying the different pieces into it.
yeah. So yeah, I think, so are we good to take like the first step of focusing on the site, and then, you know, quarter two, revisit what's possible from there? Or is that a possibility, or?
I mean, by the end of the first quarter, the website will be done for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
As I said, when I like to go all in. I mean, I didn't even
Yeah.
and I know we talked about spreading things over like 6 months or something, payment wise, but I mean, it's entirely up to you. I just know how good I am when I'm all in,
Yeah.
and for us to
What
do
would be, when you
strategy
say
and
all,
brand,
when you
yeah.
say all in, tell me, this is the part that's fuzzy for me. So what's missing? I know that aside from the videos, and I'm not trying to downplay any of it, but it's fuzzy for me. What's missing that you're not all in?
Okay,
And like
sure.
what parts?
So
What
when
parts?
we design, when we build a website,
Yeah.
obviously there's a lot of content that goes into that website,
Yeah.
which could well spill over into your online strategy.
Yeah.
So we're not just building like a 6-page website with landing pages for events.
Yeah.
It needs to be a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So by building a website, it'll be beautifully SEO'd. It'll be fully optimized for WordPress, for mobile,
Yeah.
for large screen. We've got a lot of photographs. I think you're having some more taken again.
I already did. Yeah.
So it'll be
They're
a
up.
beautiful
Yeah.
personal statement.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And that's what most people's websites are anyway.
Yeah.
What I want to be able to do is really make that website work for you by getting these multiple leads coming in from 5 or 6 different directions.
Uh-huh.
And that's where the titanium strategy is in parallel. So we work on the brand, we work on the website, but we also work on the what I call the content marketing strategy, which is a much deeper. I mean, we did the blogging course this last quarter, and I know you gave one of the girls from the VA agency an access ticket or something. We never saw her the whole course through. I know she opened the emails, but we really like to work with you specifically.
Yeah.
So that I really know what fires you up, what gets you the big cup of coffee. You know, even just like you holding that cup would be the most fantastic New Year's Day post. You drove with the cup, like, this mama needs coffee, who's with me? That would get you a ton of social media, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to happen if we're just building a website.
Right.
And then the video strategy, I mean, there's 80% of social media consumption is video.
Yeah.
But then yes, you can make a formal speaker reel video, you can make a formal website welcome video, but people don't want formal, they want casual. And I did one Saturday morning, which was 3.5 minutes. I just finished a strategy session with a lady. She just signed up for a whole personal brand. We're going to work together for a whole year.
Yeah.
I did it in my pajamas. And I did the video in my pajamas straight afterwards. I'm like, you know what? This is how we roll.
That's right.
You know, people get to see me in my finery, bedheaded pajamas, because it wasn't a Zoom call, it was an audio call. So she had no difference. But one second. You are?
Yeah, see you next year.
Oh, see you next year. Bye. And my kids is leaving. And that's what I like to do, is really sort of bring in that 360.
Yeah.
Maribel, your hubby, your kids, your church, the gym, the community, all the pieces that people want to see the real Maribel, rather than I wouldn't say Photoshop Maribel, but the beautiful manicured makeup website photographs, which we want.
Right.
But the authentic connection piece that comes with that is probably what I'm best at. And I work alongside people in that 3 months at the same time, working on how they should come across on LinkedIn as opposed to Instagram, as opposed to YouTube, as opposed to Facebook. What it's also doing is it's deepening my understanding so I can really help go even deeper on the website rather than just our regular websites, which are great. But so it's kind of a little nebulous. I know exactly how I do it. Like Karen's story took months.
Yeah.
But now when she reads it, she still tears up. And when I did Jennifer Deep Stratton's story in the end, and she couldn't quite grasp it. So in the end, I said, you know what? I'm going to record it as if I'm you, and I'll send it to you. So I did her story as if I was Jennifer, and then on Zoom, and I sent it to her and Peter. And by the time they'd finished, Peter was in tears and went, honey, that is exactly who you are.
Wow.
I've never heard anybody tell me who my wife is in business better than that. And I can't do that without deep, I mean, her and I spent a week together in Mexico. So by the end of that week, I to the minute, I knew exactly who she was and what pieces. I mean, you've got to speak to sell's story, obviously. That's not what this is. This is literally your business DNA that's in your veins, that's in your, that's oozing out of your pores, that needs to ooze out into your strategy.
Yeah.
That makes the real difference.
Well, it totally makes sense. But before we keep going, can we take a picture together?
Oh, yeah.
Get your coffee cup.
Okay. I'm going to put on my phone and I'll screenshot it. So one sec.
I want to make sure you can see the, let me adjust the lighting, that you can see what it says.
Oh, right.
Can you read mine? Can you read it? No, huh?
I can now.
You can? I can't. Okay. Ready?
I'm going to do yours.
Should I be?
There you go. Let's see how that came out. That is awesome.
Let me see. Did I get mine? I took a screenshot too. Okay. All right. Perfect. Yours is better. You want to send me yours?
Sure. 1 second. Yeah.
You were looking down on mine. We can talk about that.
Even how you look at the lens. I just invested in a 4K webcam. What a difference. There you go.
Okay, awesome. That way we can put it, we can add it. Let's see, more. Anna, I need to, my nose is running.
Oh, sorry. I love how you have your own Keurig.
What's that?
I love how you have your own Keurig.
I got everything I need in this office. You need one in your office, don't you have one?
Well,
it's in the kitchen.
My kitchen is like 15 feet that way.
Oh, okay.
So, plus, I need to get up every 45 minutes anyway from my back. So
okay. Well, see, my kitchen is downstairs. I'm upstairs.
Yeah, literally, we have.
Look what my pajama shirt says.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
Wait, we need another one, huh?
We want. Yeah,
hold
one
on.
second. 1 second. Ready?
Should I put my cup or just this?
Just lift your chest up a little bit more. There you go. And then the cup.
Okay.
Perfect. That is awesome.
I had to take mine.
Chest up to lift your chest up.
It's mirroring. This is actually came from my mother-in-law for Christmas. This is my new pajamas she got me.
Debbie's actually says first coffee, then champagne.
Yeah, exactly.
Same color, but yeah. So we talked about deeply discounting the price because we know each other well already, which was 35. We'd already left 5 on the table approximately from way back. So it's 30 over 6 months. So it's $5,000 a month between now and June or something like that. And we do it all.
Well, I know that everything you do is amazing, but literally the funds are not available for that. That's why I knew that, like, okay, if and not that you have to wait on me or anything, but I knew quarter 1 again is like revenue generating. It feels like I'm in a little bit of a hole
Mm.
from what I planned.
Yeah. So you didn't
And
get the.
I'm not afraid of that, you know. I mean, when I invested with Lisa, it took 30 days to come up with the 85,000. You know what I mean? I just needed to.
I know once you're in, you're all in.
Yes, and I know that I can manifest. It's just this last year, I know that I wasn't myself. I had to face the whatever was going on. I'm still running tests, like whatever the thyroid and all these different things that are being tested. And I think it's heavy metals that I have to do like a cleanse and all of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I know it was on purpose. I mean, I prayed to God on all the areas that broke down this year. Next time I'll pray one at a time. Okay, I didn't need every area of life to break down in a 90-day period. So I'll pray it a little different this year, but I know the blessing in disguise was the completion, the breakdown in order for the breakthrough. It was just more than I'd ever handled in my whole life, Jonathan. In my whole life, 42 years old, never handled this much death and attempted suicide and just breakdown in our marriage, almost hung by a thread through difficult time, and like everything that could possibly, and of course all of that weakens your immune system, and now I'm sick in bed. And anyway, it's not to make excuses, it's just that like it was all this realization of like every area is on the mend now. Every area is in a much better place. I feel like I'm in a much better place, and every day I'm praying for strength. Actually, not strength. Remember, when you pray strength, you get challenged. I'm praying for God to hold my hand and give me direction, one step at a time. And each day I'm getting clarity of like, make this move, make that move. I'm just in a higher level of trust and faith that I've ever had before, which is, I know, you just make decision and God, kicks in the plan, you know what I mean? And I totally trust that. My intuition feels like this is going to be the most amazing year I've ever had. And it needed a lot of breakage first, you know what I mean? A lot of things needed to break down in order to be built proper. And we've got, I think a good foundation. And, I would love to do deeper work together. Jonathan, it's not a question of that. So right now in front of you, I'm saying, yes, I would love to. I love the quality of your work. I love how you do it. The proof is in the pudding. I watched it from behind none of it's real, authentic, and it's why it works. And I want that because it's at the tip of my nose. I love marketing strategy, but when it's at the tip of my nose, it's like hard to see when I'm in the frame. You know what I mean? Like the things that are standing out to others, I just hear what they're telling me. You know what I mean? And what I'm passionate about is what I talk about. But I know that bringing that together is going to be big this year. So that's why I knew just need to, I prayed about it. Oh God, I'm a yes. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'm a yes. And we're going to just take one step at a time. And whatever I need to do to move things forward, I'm listening. So that's literally where I am. No tricks, no, just 100% authentic. That's where I am. Take it ready to, serve at a higher level this year. I feel like there's a lot of moves I want to make, but to share at a deeper level than I've ever shared. You know what I mean? Like that is what I feel I'm being called to do. No more of the pretty brochure stuff. It's like, being okay with whoever gets upset with what I have to say, and taking a stand for the women that are like me, that this is what it looks like behind the curtain. You know what I mean? Like, and deep things that people don't want to talk about that are real. You know what I mean? Like, so I think I needed to hurt around it first. You know what I mean? Like to feel the pain and how hard it is to make decisions that are uncomfortable, to be able to teach on things like that. Like, how do you handle it? How do you move forward when everything's falling apart? So anyway, all that being said, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for the more raw real, just real. And I believe that 2020 and forward marketing, is about that, right? The real person. We could all be teaching marketing, but they want to know the real person, and either they love you or they hate you. So
Yeah.
being willing to handle that, the haters and the
Yeah.
anyway, that's where I am. That's what I wanted to share, and then just see where we go from here.
Okay. So what you're saying is you want to do it, but just not yet?
Yeah, I just don't, there's no funds to do it yet. I can't commit to anything at this moment because I already have a game plan of what's in play, and I'm in a little bit of a hole already, which I can't invest more until I've gotten out of the hole. You know what I mean? Like there's commitments I have made that need to get handled. So I think I just needed more clarity of what it would look like. I don't know why I thought it was different. I thought it was 15. It's 30.
So it's 15 for one strategy, and so obviously we've got the website itself.
Yeah.
And we haven't put a full spec to the website. Can we just, so typically the websites, the ones we typically build are anywhere between 10 to 12 to 15, for the website and the branding standalone. And then when I do the VIP Titanium, when we do the website plus the branding plus the strategy and the story, and it's not just me telling you, it's us doing it with you for that period of time too. That's the 50. So I took you down to 35, which still included the website, but it would also include everything else as well.
Yeah.
So that's how the numbers broke down.
Okay, got it.
So it's the deal of all deals, and nobody else has had that deal. And we should be at 60 really for Titanium now. And we've got 3 on the go right now, and they're all paying 50 and super happy. And I'm still seeing how much extra work we're doing for that.
Yeah.
So I know the next one will come in at 60.
But at the 30, are you actually creating the blog? Like as far as the I know the strategy is most important, so that I totally recognize that. But in addition to the strategy, is there deliverables on top of the site? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No, there's the whole content marketing piece that goes beyond the website. In terms of your LinkedIn writing, your Facebook writing, your Pinterest graphics that really convert your YouTube channel.
So somebody on your team is creating all of that? Okay,
yeah,
so there was actually, that is the part I didn't quite get.
Oh, sorry, no,
we were still doing all that.
With you. So whereas we have questionnaires for websites and we fill it all in and we write to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
Obviously that story that I had with Karen was months. And ordinarily, she'd have given me her bio, she'd have given us a story, we'd have made it really, really good, added some photographs. That would have been the About Karen page. Whereas if you look at the About Karen page now, although it took months, deliberate, and she was in no rush. She wanted it done by the end of November, and it was. I mean, that was, it could have been July, it could have been August. She had an event late November that actually didn't happen. She was a guest speaker at an event, and in the end, she pulled from it because they weren't delivering on what they said they would deliver. So it was all geared up around that event. She has brand new banners, new brochures, new business cards, new table center thing. All of that was part of her package, and that, all printed and made, but she never used them because the event didn't happen. But so I get it. And as I said, it wasn't her event. She was going to Virginia. We did a big event, and then they cut her stage time down by 2/3, and she went, no. And she was sponsoring as well.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, I'm not coming, and you're not getting my sponsorship. You changed the deal. So
yeah.
But that's what we geared it towards. So what this really does is I don't just receive and edit and articulate and print. We really, it's almost a weekly call. Well, it is often a weekly call between you and me, or you, me, and Lindsay, or you and Lindsay.
See, that's all of that was missing for me. Now I'm like, okay, well, now it feels different.
Yeah, no. So the people that I have right now, I have 3, and 1 is almost complete, and 2 will be finished at the end of February. So they have a 1 hour a week one-on-one with me, fixed on the calendar. We have a whole agenda for the 12 weeks, what we want to cover each week.
Okay.
And then during that week, I'm working on that with their Facebook page, with them, with their Instagram, with them, high level. And then 2 of my team are actually then creating posts with them during that period of time.
Okay, so
by
they're
the time-
posting, they're creating all of that. Well, now that you mentioned that, because I thought, you know what I mean, like we already have a bunch of that. We have a protocol for Pinterest, for blogs, you know, our graphics. We have somebody who's doing a great job. So I thought, well, we have a lot of it handled, but
I've been watching what you've been posting of late, but it's still
nobody's posting it. It's just me.
well, it's very two-dimensional.
Huh?
It's very two-dimensional.
Tell me what you mean by that. Like,
well, even like the long post you did the other day, I mean, it was white with gold font. And I got the wording in the middle. And even the email that I got, honestly, the other day that had the 6 events that you were looking to, the seminar type things. What I didn't get, and I know you, what I didn't get out of that is the why. I mean, you told me about the numbers. Some people had up to 900 people added to their list. I know that, you know, everybody knows that. But what it didn't do was differentiate why I would put the time and money and effort into yours compared to Jennifer Deep Stratton's or Catherine Calhoun's or Everald Green Forest. I mean, there's lots. I mean, I must have 10 people wanting me to be an expert on their whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't need a bigger list. I just need my list, which is big enough to convert better. How do I do that? By people getting to know me better. How do I do that? By spending more time on social media, being authentic. And it works like crazy.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not, size does not matter. It's the old adage, it's like how you use it, right?
Yeah.
And I think when people get to know you more and they sort of get, wow, if I get this from her for free, obviously I'm going to get more if I pay. But at the same time, it seems to be like the tighter the circles, the more kinetic energy they're getting from you because they're getting closer to you by following your Instagram story. There's just a lot of, especially the Instagram story, the Facebook story, the very short videos that really just keep popping up that just deepen people's awareness, commitment, love for you that come out of this strategy. And we help you do that. So we do that in a weekly call. We plan out what that looks like. I'll help create the graphics that lead up to these stories. And then we've got each month a full calendar of specific days that we want to feature on. What day will we do a video on? What day will we do a story on? How many per week?
Okay.
All of that comes as part of it.
Okay. Well, that's, I mean, I already was in, so that, but I have to figure out the funds. That's what that's all it comes down to.
Anybody can do that.
I know that, but so this month I already I'm already in the whole 30K. So actually more than that. Let's see.
When you say this month, you mean December or January?
January. So I've already mapped out January, and I'm already I was working on it yesterday, which I'm not afraid of it. You know what I mean? Like, clarity is key, right? If I need to come up with 60K, I just need to know exactly how much, and then, you know, but it's the not knowing that makes it scary. So I'm already at like 33. I think I'm at like 60 something, 51K extra that needs to come in. So then that's why I knew, like in talking to you, hold on, this is my finance folder for 2020. I'm already prepping it. Well, because I already set my goals. I already did an inventory of what's it going to be like this year, what's different than last year, where did we land, what's going to change, where are we going to streamline, who's going to be the key players in, you know, as far as like yourself, and I have couple other things I'm going to be moving forward, and my own kind of health stuff that I'm doing. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
well, I don't need anything. And I mean, if we could start at January 31st and either do it over 5 payments or 6 payments.
How about if we start February? The reason is because all of these are due by January 31st. So you're scaring me now.
No,
that would mean, I mean, not that I'm not intending 100K month, but like I'm in this
different position. It's like, I don't need the money. I just need to know it's coming.
Yeah. Right.
You know,
No, I get it. And I want to be able to commit fully and not it be a wish. Like, I hope it's there, but you know what I mean? When I put too much pressure, it doesn't work. So that's where I know if
no, we can start February.
so if we start February, I'm going to say yes out loud. God just heard me. Universe just heard me. It's 30K. And that is not counting the 5, right?
No,
So
that's
it's really 35, and I put 5 already down
correct.
deposit.
That's exactly
Can
it.
we
Yeah.
do it like that?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay. And then you're going to finish with somebody in February, right? Is it like
I'm
middle of?
completing with some at the end of this month already, but I still have capacity in January as well. Because
Okay.
what happens is when people come in, we don't bring everybody in at the same stage. So
Right.
I've got one client now, they're into the webinar stage, the
Yeah.
PowerPoint deck is done, the website's ready to go live next week. So all the hard work,
Yeah.
that story, I've already done. So it's more schematics now with the delivery of the webinars and the sales strategy,
Mm-hmm.
rather than the story and the social, which we've already got done. So she's almost done.
Okay.
The other lady's 2/3 done. That's the birthing.
Well, if you're comfortable setting up appointment, like for us to meet, but I don't want to commit till February because I want to make sure that it's there.
Yeah, I understand, but
Once I get scared, I don't manifest.
I'm happy to start this
because we're already in. I would love to. I mean, we're already. I would love to start talking about layout ASAP.
We can start appointments like straight after next week's. Let's see.
Well, you tell me then. Well, then let's do it.
We could do an appointment somewhere around the 8th. Wednesdays would be a great day to meet.
All right, let's do it. Because I know this actually supports like in the flow.
I feel the same.
Yeah, and I want to tell you some of the things that, like the layout that came to me in my 3 a.m. download. I mean, it's helpful because it's very streamlined. You know, Superwoman membership, inner circle, and the retreats. All of that are the path. They're not a la carte.
Yes.
So
yes,
they're all progression. Where are we at? We're looking at the calendar. Sorry, the 8th, Wednesday, the 8th.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky number. That's master number.
Yeah.
The 8 is the number of flow, giving and receiving. So that's a good synchronicity here. Okay, so what time?
The morning work better for you or later afternoons work better for you?
Right now, afternoons.
Okay. What's the latest you like to work to?
Well, I'm turning into a night owl, so this is actually a great time. Because my whole family's turning into night owls. I don't know what the hell. Yeah. I don't know what it is because I homeschool. You know, my daughters.
4 o'clock a good time for you?
It is.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's do 4. Okay, 4. That's perfect. I'm so excited. I feel it feels clean too. I don't feel nervous. I feel like all in. I feel like
this is gonna work.
Yeah, it totally is. Okay, I'm gonna be one of your best case studies in 2020.
I'm excited.
You get to. Or I bet you're taking screenshots of the before and how messed up it is. It's pretty messed up. You better take a lot of pictures. Because once the evidence gone, I'm not taking any pictures.
No, we just yeah.
A VIP with Jonathan. All right.
Wonderful.
All right, and then we can. We're set. You're gonna send me the link. We're gonna just move everything.
This is my personal meeting room, but we'll set that up.
Okay. Yeah. So I can just keep this. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll forward it. Put it on Google Calendar.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Okay. Good. Anything else?
I love you.
Oh, I can't wait. Thank you for helping me.
2020, and then
Thank you for helping me.
I don't know if I'll be able to attend your event in May because I'm not allowed to come into your country still, but might be a bit soon for you to come back. You need a new president before I can come back.
Well, Lindsay's good. It's if you want to send Lindsay, that's totally good.
She's doing great. So that would be the Is Visify still sponsoring it again next time or
No,
no?
no, yeah, I was kind of discouraged about that, but
They're funny guys.
they are. Well, I thought we had a great relationship, and next thing you know, I felt like this abrupt kind of like, because we made the move, now they have to make up money, and you know what I mean? I'm never dependent on the sponsorship for my revenue, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they made it seem like now they're in a hole because I moved the event and then they withdrew and they wanted a refund, and they want a refund on, like just that and their tickets and their, you know what I mean? Because they bought airplane tickets to go. So I refunded the ticket, and it was just, and I had already spent a lot of time with them in
Yeah.
strategy. And I felt like, wow, to me, Jonathan, I learned, this is what happened and I'll wrap it up because I know we got
That's
plans. But when I had to make that decision, and I know you know this because you're a spiritual man too, and I prayed and I said, God, like, I knew that there was a few people that had planned to sponsor, and I felt like probably weren't the best aligned. You know what I mean? I got the tug, but then I'm like, it's hard, right? Because they already paid sponsorship, we already made a spot, and I could start to feel like misalignment with not Jim, but the other one,
Lucas.
Lucas.
Mm.
Like his vibe, I wasn't vibing with him because he would come in and act like know it all, and I didn't vibe with that, and that's not like Superwoman, you know what I mean? But I was gonna push through, and then at the end, I felt like God broke apart all the sponsors that weren't supposed to be sponsors. I released Amethyst Emerald before event. I said, you know what, the vibe I'm getting from
I
you is just
oh,
not.
I'm
And
glad.
she
I'm
was
glad
like
because
like a
she's driving
like
me.
a like a leech. Like it felt like a leech. And I'm on a week we were before I decided to move dates. I said, Amethyst or Emerald, whoever you are, I'm to me, you're still Amethyst.
Yes,
Um,
that's what Lisa Cherney says too. Yeah, yeah,
I said, like, I can't have this at my event. It's not in alignment.
yeah,
Like, if you're coming in to speak on abundance and you're not abundant, you know what I mean? There's this misalignment of like scarcity.
yeah,
People feel that. I can't put you on my stage. I'm going to give you your money back like today.
yeah.
And she was happy as can be to get her money back. And then all of a sudden she was my best bud again. I'm all like, no, but she was like, I don't know. Anyway, I could feel the like when somebody's dependent on you to make it, it
Yeah.
doesn't feel good. Like it's your responsibility. So that's how it started coming across with Jim. And then they wanted to be part of my bigger offer. Like they wanted to be part of the main offering, and what would that look like? And it got sticky. I don't do complicated. This is getting really sticky. You know what I mean? Like it felt like the leech thing again. Anyway, long story short, the ones that fell off are the ones that fell off. Even though they said yes, he said yes, we're gonna move with you. They helped me pick dates, and then a week later, we want our money back. And
Wow.
and I said, wow, I thought we had a better relationship, just
Mm.
communicating. Like I don't understand the right turn, and it
I've
was
never received so
email.
many emails from them as I am right now. I think they're really desperate right now.
Why are you getting so many emails?
Oh, they so
They're
want to
pro.
work with me, and I was like, I don't need you guys. If anything, you need me.
Oh, they're trying to get you to
But
buy
they're
something.
so pushy, and
Yes, well,
the thing is
I
that
get everyday emails.
I keep saying to Jim, I said, Jim, you're a one horse pony, and this pony's not in a race for me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I get what you're trying to do, and it'll work for maybe the Lisa Sasevich of the world, but you are
Mm-hmm.
so antisocial.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of scary. And I
Yeah.
said, I don't know why you won't embrace what I'm trying to tell you that would work as a collaboration.
Yeah.
And Lucas, I quite like. I mean, they're both gay guys. They both got partners.
Yeah.
I've embraced both of the guys for who they are, and they're smart people.
Yeah. Well, I felt
In a
great.
way, they're smart people, but in another way, they're not clueless, but they're so
Tunnel vision.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. If it's not there, like I remember we were talking, and Lucas was like, No, the way we do it is, all the statistics is all this and that, and the conversion and every number. I'm all, look, we're talking real human beings here. Like, it's not just I said, well, let's test your statistics. So we tested it. I did an email and it was like nothing, like crickets, because when you read the email, I realized like nobody resonated with him on video.
Yeah.
Because he has this like, I'm the smartest guy in town, like feel, and you don't want it. Like I realized, like, you know what, that I probably shouldn't have sent out, because that obviously, if I'm saying this, it was after that I got over and over emails and can you send another one, no, it's not, this isn't gonna, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have sent, you know what I mean? I thought, anyway, it doesn't matter, not to be sticky. I wrote a nice long email to clean it up, because I believe in cleaning open, closing the loop. Wish you well. Here's all your money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what? It's good, because I'd rather it break down behind the curtain than in front of the curtain. You know what I mean? What if I would have sold people and they were in it, and you know what I mean? Like, God has our back, and it stung. Believe me, it
Oh, I
stung.
can imagine. Yeah.
It's stung to get these emails, because they're so nice right here, right? And then an email, it's all rude and abrupt, and how unprofessional that I was sick and that I didn't get back to them in time, and like they just ripped me a new one in an email, but not face to face. When I'm here, and I
Wow.
just felt like that happened with, and I'm telling you, because you're my partner this year behind the curtain, you can hear it all. That happened with him, with Michelle Hammonds, my other one. I was shocked.
No.
She actually did a chargeback, which she didn't need to. Why would you do a chargeback? I got a chargeback from her, from sponsor. I'm all, why would you do a chargeback? We know each other. Just ask me. I didn't charge your card without permission, and I give you the money back. She says,
Yeah.
it's business. It's not personal. I'm all, well, I'm sorry, but business is still personal to me. I build relationships long term.
Yeah.
I've known you for 3 or 4 years now, and you're going to just write me this legalese letter that, you know what I mean? You didn't respond within 24 hours. So I was going, you know what I mean? Like, and my assistant told you I'm sick, you know what I mean? So I got that from her, and then surprisingly, Kim Eldridge.
Really?
Yes, I've been working with her for 5 or 6 years, and
He's
she
got the
wrote me
book
this
together. Yeah.
horrible email of, um, after all is said and done, and I did her promotion, all of this,
Yeah.
she just decided, I don't want to sponsor. I need my funds, and I need them wired to my account by Friday. No exceptions, and this ugly email. And I'm just like, Kim, are you kidding me?
You did a webinar with her and everything.
Yes, I know. And
You
then
wouldn't
she
have done
said,
that if she wasn't a sponsor.
huh?
You
She
wouldn't have
was
done that.
my platinum sponsor. We
Yeah.
even moved dates. She was the first one I talked to. I called her up on the phone. We made dates based on her calendar for the new May 6th, 7th, 8th. Everything revolved around her, because she was my prime. I thought she was a great partner.
Yes.
She helped
Yeah.
me with the book. It was very complimentary. We were going to make an offer even for people to do another like book together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think it's the holidays. People get scarcity mode of like, I just need money, or I don't know. But it doesn't matter, because you are who you are. So
Yeah.
if scarcity has you be ugly, like, please clear the way, because
Yeah.
it shouldn't change you, right? Like, who you are is who you are. And I know this is you, Jonathan. You believe in relationship, talking things through. Some problem, pick up the phone and let's just talk about it. Let's work it out. Everything, real human beings,
Absolutely. Like
long-term relationship.
yeah.
I told Jenna, I wrote to her, I'm all, what is going on? I've known you we have a relationship. I'm shocked. This email is shocking. I'm like, where did this come from? Let's talk. You know what I mean? Like, pick up the phone and let's talk. I'm not a robot. You know what I mean? It's like this. Anyway, to me, the point is, I got the realness of who leaned in, who showed up. Yes, I was sick, and no, I've never in 10 years been sick like this. So I don't just
Yeah.
disappear. I literally was sick, and I was going to put my health priority. You
Mm.
can wait. Like, come on, you've known me
And
for
it's worth waiting.
years.
And it's
Huh?
worth waiting. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and all the people that waited, they're like, "Hey, no worries, no." And those are the ones like, "I will love you forever." Those ones that did that, you included, all the ones that came in and said, "You no explanation. Your health is important." All the people that kept their tickets because they said your health is important. Those are all the alignment. These are
And they want you at your
real
best.
life,
Otherwise, yeah,
huh?
they want you at your best.
Yeah, and this is real life, and they recognize they're more evolved, that it isn't just business. Come on, we're not what do you call it? Like products, you know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
people that are doing work with people. And I was shocked. Anyway, that was my new people have came out of the woodworks, you know, and this new, when you show up at a higher level, that vibe will match with the right vibe. And
Yeah.
the other ones, that's where I mentioned they either hate you or love you. Like me being sick caused all kinds of people to hate on me. You know what I mean? And it's not personal, I know, but it was necessary,
It's not nice.
right? It was necessary because that needed to be cleared. Otherwise, hey, if everything was perfect, I would never, we'd still be in relation. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, all
All
that
right, my
being
darling.
said, that's where we are. We're
I'm excited.
set. I
Yay!
know. I am too. Thank
What a
you.
way to finish the year.
Yes, and the last thing I'm going to say, Jonathan, is thank you for helping me for this year. The intention is to just really show at my best, align with all the women that I'm here to support, all the entrepreneurs that are in a place that can be best supported by my work. And I just thank you for helping me bring that out, because I've wanted to do that for the last 10 years, and you know,
Honor.
it's
I'm honored.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna rock. So
That's,
thank you. I'll let you go. Have a wonderful New Year
yeah,
celebration. And
Debbie is full of flu. She's lying on the sofa. So we're
okay, so
gonna go
we're
and buy some takeout food. We're gonna watch a movie.
watch movies. Oh, good, 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 good. All right, good.
Okay.
Well, I'll talk to you then next year,
You bet.
2020.
All
All
right.
right, bye.